Evening, folks. It's David Smith, Correctional Officer Lifestyle. I'm going to put these back on so I can see. As I mentioned in previous video, I am trying to get my videos a little bit quicker. Having a little bit of trouble with that, but that's alright. I'll get better. This video is, once again, going back to what we do at work. And it's all about the dorm officers. Okay? As a dorm officer, there's a lot of things that you have to do every day when you get to work. Okay? First and foremost, when you walk in, you got to make sure that every piece of equipment and every key and every tool that is assigned to your dormitory is present and or accounted for. Okay, you got to make sure you have every single thing that you are supposed to have. One of the biggest things that we have at Century is keys. Okay, you get so used to keeping the keys on you, you don't realize you have them on when you leave. So that's something that you need to really take into account, is whether or not you've got all your equipment and got all your keys. I myself, in the past, have walked all the way out to my car, sat down, wondered why I was uncomfortable, and realized that I not only had the keys, but I had the radio and every other piece of equipment that I carry on my belt still on my person. Did not turn the first lick of it in. As a dorm officer, you got to look out for your fellow officers to make sure they're not taking something home. But you also got to look out for your dormitory and make sure you've got all of your equipment. You also have to conduct your safety checks, your security checks. You have to make sure that all of the locking mechanisms in the dormitories work. You have to make sure that there's nothing broken, no windows are broken, no security measures are missing, nothing like that. You should conceivably have all of that done within the first 15 to 30 minutes that you're at work. Because what you get paid for in any Department of Corrections is observation. You get paid to watch. You get paid to watch people. You get paid to make sure that nothing bad, illegal, or against rules is going on in your area. That is your job. Your job, first and foremost, is to watch people. You're a people watcher. Okay? Aside from that, your job is to provide for the care, custody, and control of the inmates under your charge. Okay? If an inmate comes up to you with something legitimate that he needs your help with, i.e. he has a call out, but somebody took the call out down, he can't remember if it's for today or tomorrow, you can check on that for him. He has a little bit of confusion about his EOS date. EOS meaning end of sentence. You can check on that for him. There's so much that is within the scope of your job that you can do, and you need to be doing it, people. Now, if you firmly believe that your job entails sitting on the telephone talking to your buddies while you're at work, then you're doing it wrong. If you firmly believe that your job is to be outside walking around the yard with your buddies, you're doing it wrong. Folks, you have got to take ownership of the inmates in your dormitory. They look to you. They really do. They look to you for all of their needs to be met. Their needs, their basic needs, are to have a place to sleep, a roof over their head, clothes on their back, and 3 squares a day. Okay, those are their basic needs. And we have to make sure we provide them those basic needs. They can't just go to the store and provide it for themselves. They have been removed from society, not by us, by a jury of their peers, and ultimately a judge. That is who has removed them from society. It is our job to make sure that they stay removed, but it is also our job to make sure that their basic needs are met. We have to make sure that we meet their basic needs. And in the interest of humanity and reentry, we have to make sure that we are providing them every single opportunity to better themselves. If they come into your prison illiterate, they can't read, they can't write, and you can get them a GED, well, man, you've just given that guy a tool that he can use to succeed in the outside world. Why would you not want to do that? if you as a dorm officer can in any kind of way make contact with somebody, say, hey, I got an inmate down here interested in getting his GED. He doesn't know how to proceed. What do I tell him? Do that. Help this guy. Okay? I've heard it said often enough in my career, the inmates that you take care of could very well be your neighbor when they get out of prison. You need to make sure that they're the kind of neighbor you want them to be. All right, folks. That's all I got to say about the dorm officer. Okay? You got to do your job. You got to get all of your menial tasks done first so that you can spend the rest of your shift watching those inmates, make sure they're doing the right thing. Okay? As always, I am on a crusade. Love shouldn't hurt. Okay? If you are in an abusive relationship, there are people that will help you get out of it. You need to get out of it. If you know somebody that is in an abusive relationship and you can be the help to get them out of it, be that help. Get them out of it. If you do nothing more than refer them to a counseling service so the counseling service can help get them out of it, by God, do that. Okay? Love shouldn't hurt, but also I am my brother's keeper. If you're not your brother's keeper, and I'm not talking about just men, women, brothers and sisters, I am my brother's keeper. If you are not your brother's keeper, you're in the wrong line of work. Okay? You spend more time with your fellow co-workers than your supervisors do. If you see something wrong, address it. Okay? Help these people. Be your brother's keeper. That's all I got. It's David Smith, Correctional Officer Lifestyle. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell so you know when I post new videos. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a nice night.